Hi there, Swampies, and welcome to Toad Probe. Once again, of course, you can see the beast alongside me here, ready to bear the fangs. And joining us, Toadside, is the Professor of Climate Science here at University of New South Wales, Chris Turney. Chris, welcome once again to the Probe. And before I let the beast off the leash, you're a big fan of Antarctica and especially Douglas Mawson's pioneering work. What's the Mawson story and why is it so attractive?
Well, 100 years ago, he was only 28 and was heading up this massive research expedition down to Antarctica and then just basically got away with the skin of his teeth by surviving.
Well, I'm 29, I'm barely coming to grips with my South Pole.
That's not a nice image.
Look, just the North Pole gets all the big raps.
Yeah.
It's got the polar bear problems. There's so few polar bears, they're starting to shag the brown bears. All sorts of problems being created. Down south, you don't hear much of it except big chunks breaking off.
Yeah.
Now, is there other things going on that we should be alarmed about or aware about?
Yeah, no, there's big changes going on. The local habitats are all changing as well. There's big changes in temperature, massive warming in some parts as well. So there are big shifts, but you don't have cute and cuddly polar bears wandering
Do we
around.
need to import some?
That might be a good answer, actually.
Koalas, polar bears, or mascots from rugby league teams that no longer exist. That's probably...
Or maybe rugby league teams.
Maybe that's perfect.
With this contradictory
Yeah.
aspect of the Antarctic, why is that the case?
Yeah, it's a weird one because everyone tends to think of Antarctica as just one big block, and it's not. There's actually 3 separate ice sheets on there. So the long finger going up towards South America, that's experiencing massive warming up in the air temperatures. But a lot of the other parts, some parts of snowfall looks like it's increasing, the ice sheet's building up, and other parts it looks like it's melting. And it's often to do with the ocean currents going around, they're actually warming up around the edge of the ice sheets.
And the finger that's going towards South America, could we lose that?
No, a lot of it's actually a rock. But there's actually ice sheets on top which actually look like they're melting quite quickly.
You say there are 3 parts to it. Perhaps Channel 9 could take the block down there and they could have a challenge to reinvigorate the Antarctic.
Yeah, a reality TV show makes a difference.
Yeah,
wow.
I think that's probably...
And where are we with Antarctica in the public mind? I've just noticed that with Mawson, going back to Mawson, there's 2 books come out on him relatively recently, and you're planning a 3rd book. What's left to tell about this story?
Well, I'm really interested in the science of it. I love the ripping yarns, but I love the science as well. And a lot of people forget, but when they were going down there, say 100 years ago, 5 expeditions down, they all thought it was just bracing walks in the snow, pipes and heavy jumpers. And actually most of them were out there to do serious things.
I say, let's go for a stroll to the North Pole.
And would he recognise the joint today?
No, well, I mean, it would at one level, but it's changed massively in some parts. It really has. I mean, you forget, but when they went down there, they were off a map. No one knew where they were, basically, you know. So there wasn't, they didn't even know there was really a continent there. And
Did they not have Foursquare or Facebook check-in?
Yeah, that's right, Twitter or anything like that, no.
And where it's impossible to recreate those times, but, there was a sense that these people were representing the edge of humanity, wasn't it? Which is now
much.
People sort of more diffident about it. It's there, we can go on a plane if we want to.
Yeah, you can do. I don't know, I think it's still got a bit of a romantic edge to it all. 100 years ago it really made a big difference.
When you say we're putting another expedition together, do you get rushed over with volunteers?
Yeah, there's always people asking if they can come.
Right. And do you have to
Mostly
sort them out? Do you have to sort of sift through them like as though they are in a reality TV show?
That would be a good idea. I might suggest that next time.
Have you ever met Mawson?
Not yet.
Well, luckily we've got him in here today, so you could probably
Well, I can see the
take him home
resemblance.
and,
That seems so wrong, but that's okay.
Well, there it is, another Toad Probe cracked, boxed and buried right here with Professor Chris Turney and the Hungry Beast Dan Ellick. See you next time.